Meet the Murphy family: Mike, Amber, Lucy, Eva, and Fionn.
We'll have a little snack and then we're going to go to the library.
Today, they're helping us explain the value of services provided by the City of League City. Every year, the Murphy family, just like every League City homeowner, gets a property tax bill. Those taxes pay for all the stuff you need when you live in a city, like well-maintained roads, parks to play in, even special places for dogs like Fionn to play, a great library with educational programs, help and protection from police officers, and response from volunteer firefighters.
I do think living in League City is a very good value for money. Our tax dollars are well spent by the city, definitely on the services that they provide.
The Murphys' tax bill is based on their property value. In League City, the average amount each homeowner pays is $92 per month for all these city services. Now you may be thinking, wait, my property tax bill is much more than that. That's because property taxes for other taxing entities are all included in that annual bill. We're looking only at the city portion, roughly 22 cents of every dollar. The formula Texas cities use to determine property taxes works like this: the value of the home divided by 100, then multiply that by the rate determined by each city. In League City, that rate is 0.5486. The city's tax rate has been reduced or kept the same each year since 2010.
We bought this house shortly after we got married, and we certainly would not have been able to afford a house this nice, on the more northern side of town. And we have, nice, safe neighborhoods to live in, and it's just wonderful.
Property taxes and other sources of revenue like sales taxes become part of the general fund. The total League City budget for fiscal year 2020 is $251.3 million, with $140.5 million for expenditures on city operations and $110.8 million for capital improvement projects. These CIP projects include drainage, traffic, and mobility improvements approved by voters at the recent May 4th special election. The 2020 budget includes funding to support the current level of existing city services, along with expansion and growth in several areas. Those kind of priorities in city services are important to the Murphy family. Here's a look at some of the services that property taxes support and how they compare with other common household expenses. League City has 375 miles of streets and 72 intersections with traffic signals. If you break down the number, each household pays around $16 a month for all of that, as well as other public services. That's quite a bit less than the cost of filling up your gas tank just once.
You can definitely see it when you're just driving down the street here. You can definitely see where our money's going.
Another example, the Helen Hall Library, which offers multiple classes and activities for kids like Lucy and Eva.
When I was a stay-at-home mom with 2 toddlers just in the house all the time, it was really hard to know, what can I do with them where I'm kind of in a secure environment. They're not breaking things in a shop or something. So to get out of the house, I would take my girls to Helen Hall for the toddler story time.
Each household contributes just $16.18 a month for parks and cultural services, which includes the library. Compare that to the cost of your monthly cable bill, which could cost around $85 a month and up.
We go at least every couple of weeks, check out new books that we can read at bedtime, and the girls know how to use their little library card. We love the library.
Many people pay $35 a month for security systems, but for just $24.26 per month, you can get assistance from the League City Police Department at home and across the city.
You see them driving around frequently, and they're always so friendly. When you see them out and about, they always, say hi to the kids, and when they're in uniform, the kids get excited.
Also, improvements made by your city can help lower some people's bills. For example, the League City Volunteer Fire Department recently achieved ISO 1 class rating, which represents the highest rating of fire protection status that a city can achieve. This rating can result in savings on insurance for commercial properties.
My business is located right next to the fire department, so I have a little bit of experience just in interacting with them socially, and they're so friendly, and talk about dedicated. Some cities have to pay. We have people that volunteer every day, step up to help out.
This year's budget also includes additional funding for parks and recreation supplies needed to expand summer camp programming for an additional 100 children. Funding for continuation of the city's reinvestment program to refurbish and renew existing streets, parks, and facilities, additional funding for traffic control supplies, funding for a forensic DNA collection system field unit for the police department, funding for ambulance computers for electronic patient care, funding for the fire department to purchase hazardous material equipment, the planning and designing of a new sportsplex on the west side of the city, and funding for an additional 23 full-time positions. All things that Mike, Amber, Lucy, and Eva Murphy find great about living in League City, and it looks like Fionn does too.
Our tax dollars are well spent by the city, definitely on the services that they provide.
It's just a great place for families with small children. It's very safe, it's very clean, and we just love the small town feel.